In Lesson 3.2, students follow up on what they did in Lesson 3.1, where they put vinegar in baking soda and baking powder. Now they try water in baking soda and baking powder. And they realize that only the baking powder bubbles. The baking soda doesn't bubble at all. And the question is, what's going on here? What's making the baking powder bubble? Now in this lesson, you'll help students design a fair test to see if baking soda or baking powder bubbles when water is added. So, of course, they use the same amount of baking soda and baking powder in two separate cups and add the same amount of water. In this case, the water has 1 drop of detergent solution in it so that any bubbling will last longer. And students see that the baking powder bubbles with water added, but the baking soda does not. So the question is why? Well, from the last experiment, students know that baking powder contains baking soda, cornstarch, and cream of tartar, which is a powdered acid. So the question is, which two of those combined with water causes a chemical reaction that produces a gas? Well, the only way to figure that out is to create 3 mixtures. Each one contains 2 of the different components in baking powder. One is baking soda plus cornstarch, the other is baking soda plus cream of tartar, and the third is cornstarch plus cream of tartar. And you would go over this with students so they understand that those are all the possible combinations of 2 powders when they started off with 3. So let's see what happens. They add the same amount of water to each one. They get no reaction when water is added to baking soda and cornstarch. When water is added to baking soda and cream of tartar, it bubbles, but then no reaction with cornstarch and cream of tartar. So it should be pretty obvious to students that the 2 active ingredients in baking powder are baking soda and cream of tartar. So we can take a look at an animation to try to help students visualize why this is happening. So in the animation, students see a model of baking powder that it's composed of baking soda, cornstarch, and cream of tartar. Just very simple shapes are used for each one. So what happens when water is added to the different combinations of baking soda plus cornstarch, baking soda plus cream of tartar, and cornstarch plus cream of tartar? Well, when the water is added, it shows that the only one with a reaction is baking soda plus cream of tartar. You can tell students that cream of tartar is an acid, and this makes sense because baking soda reacts with vinegar, which is also an acid. And the animation goes on to show that it's the baking soda and cream of tartar, which are colored red, that are the active ingredients. And the cornstarch is in there just to keep the powder dry. So for the extend part of the activity, you can ask students what they think will happen if you add an Alka-Seltzer to water. And students will probably say that it'll fizz. And then you can tell them what the ingredients are in Alka-Seltzer, that there's citric acid, there's some aspirin, and there's also baking soda. And so it kind of makes sense that if you added an acid plus baking soda to water, that you would get bubbling. For the NGSS standards 5 PS13, make observations and measurements to identify materials based on their properties, and 5 PS14, conduct an investigation to determine whether the mixing of 2 or more substances results in a new substance. Lesson 3.2 supports both of these standards because students make observations where they mix different substances and add water and see that a chemical reaction takes place, and therefore they can figure out which substances have the properties of reacting to form a gas. And they also see that they added a liquid and a solid and produced a new substance, that a chemical reaction must have occurred. In the foundation boxes, science and engineering practices, planning and carrying out investigations, with your guidance, students figure out which combinations of powders they should test and how to test them, and they make observations which tell them which powders must be the reactants when water is added. For disciplinary core ideas, structure and properties of matter, and chemical reactions, students use the characteristic property of reacting to form a gas to identify the active ingredients in the baking powder. And they do this by seeing that the 2 reactants together form a new substance, a gas. And for cross-cutting concepts, cause and effect, students see that if 2 substances have the property of reacting together, that will cause the production of a new substance, in this case the production of a gas. So thanks for watching and listening, and good luck with the lesson.